Have you ever wondered why, out of all the days in your life, you were guided to hear this message today? Why, after weeks or perhaps months of silence, confusion, and unanswered questions, something inside you felt compelled to stop and listen? This is not a coincidence. The universe has been watching your journey closely, and there is a truth you need to hear right now. The silence you've been experiencing was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. And before this message ends, you may finally understand why everything suddenly became so quiet when you needed answers the most. The universe knows how tired you have been. It has seen the nights when your mind refused to rest because your heart was carrying questions no one else could answer. It has heard the silent prayers you whispered when nobody was around. It has felt the weight of your disappointment every time you expected a sign and received nothing. There were moments when you looked around and saw other people's lives moving forward while yours seemed frozen in place. There were times when you wondered if you had done something wrong, if perhaps the universe had stopped listening, if maybe your dreams were too far away to ever become reality. But what you could not see was that while everything appeared still on the surface, an extraordinary transformation was taking place beneath it. Most people believe that when the universe is working, they should see constant signs, instant movement, and immediate answers. They expect doors to swing open overnight and miracles to appear without warning. But some of the most important blessings arrive differently. They begin in silence. They begin in hidden places. They begin during seasons that feel empty, but are actually overflowing with unseen preparation. The reason the universe became quiet was not because it abandoned you. It became quiet because something sacred needed to happen without interruption. Think about nature for a moment. The seed buried beneath the soil looks lifeless from the outside. No one applauds it, no one notices it. Yet beneath the surface, roots are forming, strength is developing, and life is preparing itself for a future bloom. The seed does not panic because it cannot see the flower. It trusts the process. In many ways, your soul has been living through a similar season. What felt like stagnation was actually preparation. What felt like delay was actually alignment. What felt like emptiness was actually growth happening where your eyes could not reach. The universe wants you to know that some prayers are answered immediately, while others are answered through transformation. Sometimes the answer is not the thing you requested. Sometimes the answer is becoming the person capable of receiving what you've requested. And that process often requires silence. It requires moments when external validation disappears so that internal wisdom can finally be heard. It requires seasons when distractions fade away so that deeper truths can emerge. The silence was not punishment. It was an invitation to trust yourself, trust your journey, and trust that unseen forces were working in your favor even when there was no visible evidence. You may not realize it yet, but many of the things that left your life recently were never meant to accompany you into your next chapter. Certain people, habits, expectations, and attachments had reached the end of their purpose. Yet if the universe had immediately replaced them with something new, you would have never understood what needed to be released. That is why the silence lingered. It created space. It allowed old energies to clear. It allowed wounds to surface for healing. It allowed your soul to breathe after carrying burdens it was never meant to hold forever. There is something powerful that happens when life becomes quiet. At first, the silence feels uncomfortable. It forces you to face fears you had been avoiding. It reveals emotions you had buried beneath daily distractions. It exposes the difference between what you truly need and what you merely thought you wanted. This is why many people run from silence. They mistake it for loneliness, they mistake it for failure, they mistake it for abandonment. But those who remain present long enough eventually discover that silence contains wisdom that noise could never provide. The universe has been teaching you lessons that words alone could never explain. It has been showing you how strong you really are. Every day you continued moving forward despite uncertainty. Your spirit became stronger. Every time you chose hope over despair, your faith deepened. Every moment you refused to give up, even when nothing seemed to be changing, your soul expanded in ways you may not fully understand yet. Growth is often invisible while it is happening. You do not notice the transformation day by day. But one day you look back and realize you are no longer the person who entered the waiting season. And here is something even more important. While you were focused on what was missing, the universe was arranging things beyond your awareness. Opportunities were forming, connections were aligning, doors were preparing to open, paths were being cleared. The timing of certain blessings depended on countless details coming together perfectly. Details you could not see, details you could not control, details that required patience. The universe understands the complete picture while you only see a single piece of it. That is why trust becomes so important during silent seasons. Imagine trying to read a book while only seeing one sentence at a time. Many chapters would seem confusing. Certain events would feel unfair. Some endings would appear impossible. Yet the author already knows how every page connects. In the same way, the universe already sees how today's confusion connects to tomorrow's breakthrough. It sees how current challenges are shaping future victories. It sees how moments of waiting are preparing moments of arrival. Nothing is random. Nothing is forgotten. Every experience has a purpose, even when that purpose remains hidden for a while. The truth is, the universe never stopped communicating with you. It simply changed the language. Instead of speaking through obvious signs, it spoke through intuition. Instead of speaking through immediate answers, it spoke through patience. Instead of speaking through certainty, it spoke through faith. The silence itself became a message. It was teaching you that not every answer arrives as a loud revelation. Some answers arrive as quiet transformation. Some answers arrive as inner peace. Some answers arrive as the realization that you are stronger than you ever imagined. And now, something is beginning to shift. Can you feel it? Perhaps it is subtle. Perhaps it is only a small sense that something different is approaching. But the energy around your journey is changing. The season of preparation is slowly giving way to the season of revelation. The lessons you learned during the silence are about to become valuable. The strength you developed is about to serve a purpose. The patience you practiced is about to make sense. Soon, clarity will replace confusion. Soon, signs will become easier to recognize. Soon, opportunities will appear where obstacles once stood. Soon, peace will settle into areas of your life that have felt uncertain for far too long. And when these changes begin to unfold, you will understand something beautiful. You will realize that the silence was never standing between you and your blessings. The silence was helping create them. The universe wants you to stop questioning your worth because of what has not happened yet. Your value has never depended on how quickly your desires arrive. Your worth has never been measured by timelines. Divine timing does not operate according to human impatience. It operates according to alignment. And alignment requires trust. It requires surrender. It requires believing that what belongs to you cannot miss you, and what misses you was never truly yours. So today, release the fear that you have been forgotten. Release the belief that your prayers disappeared into emptiness. Release the story that nothing has been happening, because everything has been happening. Beneath the surface, behind the scenes, beyond your current vision, forces greater than you can imagine have been working on your behalf. The universe has been protecting you from what was not meant for you and guiding you toward what is. One day, very soon, you will look back at this silent season with gratitude instead of confusion. You will see how every delay protected you. You will see how every ending redirected you. You will see how every unanswered question led you closer to the answers you truly needed. Most importantly, you will realize that the silence itself was part of the blessing. It was the sacred pause before a new chapter, the calm, before a beautiful transformation. The hidden preparation before destiny finally revealed itself. So take a deep breath and trust what you cannot yet see. Trust the journey. Trust the timing. Trust the unseen guidance surrounding you right now, because the universe has never been absent from your life. It has been closer than ever.